Hello and welcome to Slovenia. Czechoslovakia. I mean Russia. Right. Now that the pages are gone, either that or going DEFCON 1 in the comment section, let's begin. Hello and welcome to Slovakia. Now for so few things that it is often mixed up with Slovenia. The problem is so real that the post offices of the two nations meet up at each other's embassies each month to exchange mail that has gone to the wrong addresses. But okay, there are some things it is known for, those being Bratislava, one of Europe's most boring capitals, and the High Tatras, alongside the hundreds of castles and chateaus. It is also to note that if you can't find this worm-shaped country, fret not, as it is located right here with the Czech Republic and Austria to the west, Poland to the north, Ukraine to the east, and Hungary to the south, which almost all ironically had to do with ruling over Slovakia. Before going to Slovakia, I went on a quick shopping spree at Budapest Big Tesco. Yes, they have Tesco's in Hungary, where I was once again blown away at how dog shit the it had begun. But hey, good for me. The entire 2 big bags of Hungarian goods we bought cost us like 50 euros, while at my local Remy would have cost me like 150 euros at least. After that, we entered Slovakia via the central highway, and the differences between Hungarian and Slovak villages become very clear very fast. And yeah, there's a proxy war in the comments now. I saw lots and lots of them until Zvolen, and also as soon as I enter Slovakia, I go on no signal, and it stays like that my entire stay there. Witajte na Slavnom Slovensku. Now at first glance it was flatlands, but hills start to form in just a matter of time, and after lots of driving, we arrive in the city of Banska Bystrica. Although it's lagging behind the 5th place in the list of largest Slovak cities, Banska Bystrica, or just Bystrica, because there are lots of Banskas in Slovakia, has great local significance. It has always been the hub for central Slovakia, so basically the mountains. Yet as far as its geographical recognition goes, they're best known for being the city in the middle of the Budapest Krakow highway. Its history isn't really well known either, so let's do a quick history lesson.
Milyen történelem?
Kurani magyar pohybani skurrokokat, bryr hubu prosím tě, nikdo nezaujme tvoje.
Felvidek, piros, fehér, zöld, ez magyar föld.
Pohybana maďarská sračka plus Triano ratio no kofola.
The earliest recorded history dates back to around 2000 BC, where the area was exploited by locals to an abundance of copper, iron, gold and silver. The local people changed as time went on, but the foundations of the current city were laid after, yeah, you guessed it, the Hungarian Carpathian conquest, after which it was incorporated into their kingdom. City rights were granted to Bystrica by Philip IV of Hungary and all these other states in 1255. The natural potential attracted lots of miners and German immigrants. Hell, the mines were so abundant that the German company Ungarische Hungary became a world-leading exporter of copper by the 16th century. But Bystrica's most important part of history arguably isn't mining during Hungarian times, nor anything to do with Troya, yes, but rather what they did during Czechoslovak times. As Czechoslovakia got 1795 and Slovakia became an Austrian painted puppet state. I mean, how poetic am I right? Today it's like Bratislava, puppet of Vienna. But as the Germans were getting their asses kicked in coming land due to a minor inconvenience, the Slovaks decided to rise up under the Czechoslovak banner on the morning of August 29th, 1944, which uttered in, yep, Bystrica. And that the city would be the HQ for the whole uprising. It was very similar to the Warsaw uprising that was in full swing at that point, both being some of the largest uprisings in the whole war, had its success in the beginning, but then being obliterated by the enemy because the Ivans didn't get there in time to help them. Classic. And by the way, when I was there, it just happened to be the day of the uprising. So when I went to look at some Soviet beauty, I accidentally walked in on a festival. So there's that. Eventually the Soviets and the men in Italy, Romania, captured Bystrica in March 1945, for which a damn statue was erected. Even though as soon as the Allies arrived, the Romanians ran off with their wallets, and the Soviets started doing their hard work of crushing any free will until they collapsed. Anyway, the first thing I came across was this pretty church, and another church. I mean, this good church just scream Central European vibes. Then there's this main square, which checks all of your average European townless boxes, as all the eating hotspots, small shops, monuments, and the main pedestrian street leading up to the city's 2 rivers are located here. Well, we go to one of the restaurants and have an absolute feast. Oh, does this food seem disturbing to some? But it was one of the best ones I had on this trip, and obviously kinda enjoy it without the world's greatest cola drink, Kofola. Both Czechia's and Slovakia's pride and joy, which is why many Czech patriots claim Kofola was made in Česko, and unwilling to cope, some Slovak patriots claim Škoda was made in Slovensko. Then there's also the Slovak National Uprising Museum. I didn't have time to go inside, but there were some cool things outside, I guess. But yeah, that would be Bystrica. It's a pretty city, and if we ever end up on this highway, I definitely suggest to visit it. But for now, we must continue the journey up north. So as we start driving, we made a gas station break, to get Kofola of course, just to realize that we got one hell of a scenic location. Like, bože moi, is this just gorgeous. But well, nothing to commentate here, so enjoy the mountain montage, boys. And eventually we get our signal back, or in other words, enter the land of the impossible language.
Grzegorz Brzęczyszczykiewicz.
Well yeah, that would be Slovakia, a hidden gem in Europe for sure. I cannot describe to you how underrated this country is. If you're considering to go to another expensive skiing vacation to the Alps, fuck that and instead go to the glorious mountains of Slovakia. Add to that the lovely towns and castles that you just pass by as you drive on its highways. Just do me a favor and visit this great country. Next time we end up in Slovakia, visit the High Tatras or Košice, no problem. I hope you enjoyed this little sideshow of a road trip kind of video, and I'll see you very soon, as the next episode will be the finale.
Hej, 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 sokoły, omijajcie góry, lasy, doły.
They're best known for being that city in the middle of the Budapest Krakow highway. Kurat! No.